expects medals just like anyone else, and he has to have the choice whether he wants to race or not. And I think he's on such good form, he thought he might as well take advantage of it. Now, what is the situation out on the track? Well, there's a lot of movement. The French teams are trying to get to the steepest hill. There you see Wolfgang Pichler for Sweden. Sweden now in second place, trying to egg on Carl-Johan Bergman. FOURCADE looking nice and light on his feet as he makes the climb out of the stadium. They have got to keep the pressure on. If they give Mickey GREIS just a sniff of a chance at taking the gold, he will be in there. Remember what PEIFFER did on the last loop. France, I think, assured their first medal, but the colour is far from certain at the moment. 1.6 seconds separating France and Sweden. Germany 16.2 behind when they came out of the range. We'll get another update at around 5.7 kilometers, I hope, and we'll certainly get one at 6.3 with just 1,200 meters to go. Number 4, France are leading. Don't take too much attention. That's the Americans, who are 2,500 meters behind. Russell Courier for the USA. The Americans made mistakes on the first leg. They've picked a weakened team, to be honest. Their emphasis going on the men and the women's relay as opposed to this mixed relay. And I think that's a shame, because this relay is really designed for those teams who don't have 4 or 5 world or top-class athletes. Sweden have lost 3 seconds over the first few hundred meters. Now, that may sound good if you're French, but I can tell you that it is a dangerous tactic. How many times have we seen people lose having gone too fast from the range, getting excited with the first shoot and then just losing ground? But that's a significant margin now. That looks more like 5 or 6 seconds that FOURCADE has got ahead of Sweden, the champions from 2 years ago. Germany were 14.5, and Mickey GREIS as yet has not made up any ground. 6.3 is our next checkpoint, where we'll get an update. Let's just have another look at Simon FOURCADE. He's done wonderful work so far, backing up the effort from BRUNET, BECAERT, DEFRASNE, who took the first 3 legs. And Simon FOURCADE, the 24-year-old, his hero, Raphael Poiré. Well, I guess Poiré will be watching and hoping that at last France are going to have some fortune. Courier going exceptionally well to stay ahead of FOURCADE. There goes the change, and look at the gap now. Which way do you see this going? It was just 1.5 seconds, built to 4.5, and it looks as though FOURCADE has got himself something like a 10-second margin. And Sweden are now in danger in the silver medal position, because Mickey GREIS is turning it on again. 1,200 meters to go, 8.3 behind for Bergman. He's got to turn on those turbochargers if he wants to get the gold medal today, because GREIS is closing from 17. He's now just 14 seconds behind, and he saved his effort for the last kilometer. France favourites at the moment. The biggest, the steepest of the climbs has been completed. 7.5 kilometers the total distance. FOURCADE still looking very fresh. Very good technique indeed. Beautifully smooth. 4-time junior world champion. We knew he was good at that stage, and in fact he was excellent in Östersund both last year at the World Championships, and he was on very good form in Östersund, got himself on the podium in Östersund in the first World Cup of the season. So don't be too surprised that he's out skiing Carl-Johan Bergman. He's a real star, and at last the French have something to celebrate. In he comes. All the hard work is done. Have Sweden done enough to hold on to the silver medal? We'll get an indication in the moment. I think Carl-Johan Bergman has just about held off Mickey GREIS, but it is gold to France. Their first bit of glory for the season. Well done to them. BRUNET and BECAERT did the women's legs. DEFRASNE and FOURCADE the second. Sweden gets second, their second medal of the championships, the gold went to the Helena Jonsson in the pursuit. Now they have a silver medal in the mixed relay, and they'll be delighted with that. Of course they would have liked the gold, but they know just how good the other teams are, and Germany get the bronze medal, the first medal, in fact not the first medal, because Christoph Steffen got the silver medal in the men's pursuit. So their second medal with men involved. Their women, of course, with Kari Wilhelm, have been on dominant form. Bjorndalen started 1:15. He's once again produced the fastest leg of the relay, but this time he was given too much work to do. It all went wrong on leg 2. Lars Berger, well, he tried and he tried, but he missed, and that's the result. Will Berger get a start in the men's team? Let me know what you think on our email address, biathlon.eurosport@yahoo.co.uk. Russia 5, 109. Never got any closer, but slowly climbed the ladder. In the end, finishing just ahead of Finland, who started so well. And in fact, at the start of the last leg, Finland still in bronze medal position ahead of Germany. But Timo Anttila losing ground and losing 3 places. 1:13 the margin in the end. Marcus Findish of Italy comes in 7th, and a great run from Poland, finishing in 8th place today, ahead of some of the big nations like Ukraine and Belarus. Well, France took a medal in 2006 in Pokluka in the mixed relay. They got the bronze medal there. They got the silver medal in Antolz in 2007 in the mixed relay World Championship event. Today, they've gone one better. They are the world champions. Sweden, silver medal. Well, you can see from their faces how happy they are with that. I think all credit, or a lot of credit, firstly goes to Helena Jonsson on the first leg. Olofsson missed a couple of targets, but skied very well to keep them in second. And then David Ekholm, for me, was the star. That was always going to be an anxious moment. Ekholm only ranked 57th in the world, but he put in an exceptional time, proving that his performance in the individual, where he finished 5th, was no fluke. And I think on his performances here, David Ekholm might just get a start in the mass start as well, because they do look at the points won at the World Championships. Top 15 from the World Cup standings, and then the top 9 or 10 performers from the World Championships getting automatic starts. We'll confirm that when the race is on. Well, a much better atmosphere in the stadium today, thanks to those guys. Very colourful band that have been doing their bit all the way through today's race. Career nowhere to be seen. They were bringing up the rear, as expected, 4 very young athletes out there on the tracks. And other nations coming across. Slovenia, as you can see, getting 12th place, 3:29 behind. That's roughly 1,500 metres, maybe 1,400 metres, the difference between first place and 12th at the moment. Estonia getting 13. China and Kazakhstan 14-15. The Chinese were still going pretty well on the third leg. Zhang was right up there. The Chinese women doing well. We didn't give them too much of a mention, but they are an outstanding team and have a huge amount of potential. Xingyang Lu and Shunli Wang taking legs 1 and 2 for China. Sylvie Bekaert delighted with the way things have gone for her. Nice to see her being congratulated by the Norwegian team. And I think that might just be the ticket that the French needed. And Well, great stuff. Alexander Ross straight over there to congratulate the two Frenchmen, Vincent DEFRASNE and Simon Fourcade. I think they know that the French are much better than they've been this season. And the team spirit really has been the problem. Lots of complaints about the equipment. I dare say they have had problems, but once it gets into your mind, it can destroy your performances. This gold medal today might turn everything around. We might see more medals from France in these championships with 2 days of racing still to go. A day off tomorrow, the mass starts and the relays taking place on Saturday and Sunday. I hope you'll tune in for that. And of course, we'll have all the coverage live early morning, but we will be here. So that just about wraps up our coverage for today from the Biathlon World Championships in Korea. An excellent performance by France, held their nerve and skied exceptionally well, particularly Simon Fourcade. But don't forget the first two legs. Mari Laure Brunet, she's only 20, brilliant junior. She's shone at senior level now. She has a gold medal to hang around her neck. Sylvie Beccard on the second leg for France, handed over to Vincent DEFRASNE, who has done nothing this season. 40th, 41st, 21st at these championships. Some were questioning his inclusion, but he really came to the top. There he is, wearing 4-3 on his back. He is now a gold medalist from the championships. Sweden with their second medal of the races here in Korea, so they'll be delighted. Germany, well, they've lost the title that they won 12 months ago, but that could partly be due to the fact that Neuner had to withdraw at the very last minute. Simone HAUSWALD being brought in, the silver medalist from the sprint event, brought in with only minutes notice. Of course they have an athlete ready to go, and HAUSWALD knew she was the replacement, but when it's that late in the day, you really don't believe that you're going to be involved. But she was, and she did pretty well to keep them in the running. A nervous moment for Mickey Greiss with 2 misses on that last target, but by that stage he'd built enough of a lead over the rest of the teams to ensure that he won a medal, and he certainly closed down 9-10 seconds on the last loop, but he just gave away too much on that final shoot to be able to challenge for the gold or the silver. USA 18th on the day. Their quartet made up by Caroline Tracy Bramont, Laura Spector, Jeremy Thiele, Tim Russell, Tim Burke not included, the Barnes twins not included either. So a B team for the USA today, saving their efforts for the men and women's relays, as have been the British team. Disappointing not to see the British out there today, but as I say, if I hear any other reason why they've withdrawn, I'll let you know. But we leave Korea with France, the new world champions, in the mixed relay.